And this is something that I definitely want to get you to, just chiming in on, because I'm sure you have this phenomenon, especially now with the ghosting phenomena taking place. There's another one that's happening, which is, why do I keep meeting the upgrade of the previous person from the last orbit? And let me explain that. Like, you'll have this friend or person that you're acquainted with, and maybe you guys don't end up going all the way. Maybe something happens and, you ride out for a while, but the vibe, you're still increasing, or maybe you're decreasing depending on who you're talking to. But maybe something's coming off alignment. You guys separate, right? But then maybe a year later, 6 months, depending on the orbit, you bump into another person and these are the same people, except this person is either, depending on what direction you're going in, either upgraded from the last person or downgraded, but definitely the same archetype. And this phenomena happening around people that are enigmatic to, let's say, the future and the ideals of how we look at consciousness in the future. So this would be any person who is given a platform to speak or to talk about spiritual things seems to be experiencing somewhat of this phenomena if they have enough of their door.
Oh, I think we lost Sevan there for a second. So let's see if we can.
I think he's in South America, so it could
pull him
be
back on. Yeah,
a little weird. But I love what he's saying, because I have noticed it's not just collective consciousness. It's as if we're meeting people that are exactly alike to people that we've met in the past, but that we had problems with, or, something was up with their behavior, or, it just wasn't right. And then we meet people that remind us so much of those people, but they're like upgraded versions of those people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I've experienced this time and time again, both the upgrades
and the downgrades.
We have Sevan back.
And the downgrades.
Yeah, Sevan, can you turn your camera back on real quick?
All right, there we go.
Awesome. All right, take us away, please.
Okay. I'm not sure where I broke up at, but it seemed like you had caught part of it, because what I was basically saying is that you run into that same person on the cycle that has either experienced the upgrade or the downgrade. It's the same prototype or template, but it's clearly a different person. And I've been working personally to ask myself, what is this phenomenon related to? Am I looking for their prime? So that did I leave something with their prime? This is the last of what I was able to come to with all my computational power, was realizing this kind of phenomena must be directly connected to that you're yourself going back to something, and I'm not sure if I'm still breaking up, but
no,
you're going back to something. And what that means is there's a collection point. There's a point where we all agreed. And I already know what all this is about, by the way. I have to always phrase this like we're all coming into this awareness together. And I'm sure you know what this is about. But to the listeners, it's important to kind of phrase it in certain ways. That way they just don't think you just came to a conclusion already. But what I'm saying is, what this is all about is we find out, and the faster we find out, the better, that if we don't unify, we don't go anywhere. And it could be as simple or as complicated as that, depending on how you're looking at it, because there will be entities here that will choose not to unify, and they will loop again.